Yes, this phone call causing quite a stir, especially in the way that it was reported by other media, Sean, because even Fox News suggested that the president was asking specifically for the Georgia Secretary of State to, quote unquote, find 11,000 votes. But eventually the full conversation, which is about an hour-long conversation, was released, where it wasn't just the president and the Secretary of State, it was also legal representatives. In it, there were really three major takeaways. That the president truly believes he won Georgia, and not by 11,000 votes, by several hundred thousand. They were also asking a lot of questions of Raffensperger's team that they couldn't answer, that team could not answer. And they also asked to meet with them to look through the data together, but Raffensperger's team is denying that. And as I said, the president clearly very passionately believes he won Georgia, as evidenced in this soundbite. Listen.
Hundreds of thousands of votes. I'm just going by small numbers. When you add them up, they're many times the 11,000. But I won that state by hundreds of thousands of votes.
And the president himself, outside of his legal team that was on the call, referencing several specific instances that he says evidences voter frauds. He specifically talked about Fulton County, Georgia, as the county at the heart of this, as being, as the president's team saw it, maybe the worst actor in Georgia, in this state, saying that there's hundreds of thousands of ballots there that are still in need of signature verification. The president saying that if that is done, he thinks that the Secretary of State will find that he and his team are right. Listen.
That if you check the signatures, a real check of the signatures going back in Fulton County, you'll find at least a couple of 100,000 of forged signatures of people with who have been forged, and we are quite sure that's going to happen.
The president also saying that that's more than the votes needed in the margin between he and Biden. Listen.
A number of 11,779. That's the current margin is only 11,779.
And then the president's legal team asked if the two sides can get together to look at the data together to understand why there's a discrepancy between what the Trump team sees and what the Georgia Secretary of State sees. But a representative for Raffensperger is saying that, that's not possible, that they can't do that or they can't give them that data, which elicited this very strong response from the president. Listen.
I don't think we can give access to data that's protected by law. But we can sit down with them and say,
but
hey,
you're allowed to have a phony election? You're allowed to have a phony election, right?
Now, this phone call comes as the president is headed to Georgia later today to rally for the two Republican senators who are in a very, very tight runoff, according to polling. Later today, he'll be in Dalton, Georgia. Sean?
Right. Plus, you've got congressional leaders, both now senators and House Republicans, looking to contest the electors come January 6th. It doesn't make a difference. How does this all play out? We're going to watch and see. There's a lot going on. I know you're on top of it. Newsmax White House correspondent Edward Robinson, live from the White House. Thank you.